بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Taste the sweetness of the Qur'an and see how sweet your life becomes. This is the Kalam of Allah. One is what man perceives to be a pleasure and what is Allah has stipulated. If man wants to endeavor to the pleasures of dunya and the deceptive sweetness, then that requires a lot of effort and sacrifice. But even though sacrifice and effort is given, there is still no guarantees. What Allah has stipulated and how much effort do we make in that line, will we see the benefits. The difference is يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Based on a person's yaqeen, will he value the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Quran is a Rahmah, it's a pleasure, it's an enjoyment, it's an ecstasy. So when we read the Quran, Ya Allah, grant me this mercy that is descending on the Kalam of Allah, transmit it to me. Whatever mercy is encompassed in Quran, Ya Allah, shower that mercy on me, and Ya Allah, make me a mercy as well. قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ. Quran is Rahmah. وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. Mercy. So we need to identify the truth from falsehood, the genuine from the deceptive. For example, nowadays people have friends, but are our companions ones who will preserve and protect our akhirat so we get the best of it? That's the ideal friend, that's the real friend. Otherwise, a friend that takes one away from akhirat is not a friend. Al-akhilla. On the day of Qiyamah, your bosom buddy, if he didn't make effort for haqq, stop you from evil, he'll be your enemy number one. So we have to make sure, even in the worldly terms, the genuine from the fake, we have to identify. One is a friend and one is a true friend, a real friend. What's the difference? A friend has never seen you cry. A real friend has shoulders wet from your tears. A friend doesn't know your parents' first names. A real friend has their phone numbers and details. A friend hates it when you call after late, when it's time to sleep, when he's very busy. But a real friend asks you why you took so long to call. A normal friend seeks to talk to you about their problems. Only when they have a problem, they talk and confide in you. Whereas a real friend seeks to help you with your problems. A normal friend thinks the friendship is over when you have an argument, when you have a fight. He said it's over, go your way, I'm out. But a real friend knows that it's not a friendship until after you have learned to agree on what you disagreed. A normal friend, he expects a lot from you, expects you to be there for him. But a real friend expects to always be there for you. So the genuine from the fake. A real friend, a normal friend encourages you to evil. A real friend encourages you to haqq, the truth. A real friend cries when you commit guna, and a normal friend thrives when you commit guna. A real friend is there even when you lose all your money. And a normal friend, when the money is gone, so is he. So this is just the friends of dunya. Why we haven't made Allah not our friend, our beloved. So the deception, we need to identify the real from the fake. So this world will come to an end, our life will come to an end, everything will come to an end. Only Allah Rabbul Alameen is the one whose relationship will last till the last. So have we identified the deception from the reality? It's important. Otherwise dunya, you'll never get it right. No matter how much we want to get dunya right, or with regards to the people of the dunya, they'll never be satisfied. You'll never be satisfied. But all our efforts are concentrated on that. Person was desperate to settle down with a good spouse. So every time the parents met the girl, they didn't like her. So he told his friend about this. He said, why didn't you find a girl like your mother? Definitely she'll like her. So it's a great idea. Made tahqiq, found the ideal girl who was the image of his mother. Even looked like her, dressed like her, talked like her. And everything was arranged. So his friend met him after that and said, you must be sorted out now, solved your problem. You find a girl like your mother? Yeah. You arrange it? Yeah. Everything's sorted out. Somebody were to see them together would have mistaken them for sisters. So he said, what happened then? Was it successful when your mother met her? He said, no. That was the problem. My father couldn't stand her. My father couldn't stand her. So that's the dunya. We'll never get it right. His heart needs to come right and needs to focus on Allah Rabbul Alameen. وَحُصِّلَ مَا فِي الصُّدُورِ. Whatever's in the hearts will manifest itself. A Jewish person was knocked down by a car. Paramedic came, loaded him, put him on a stretcher, made sure he was loaded onto the ambulance, and just check in. Are you fine? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? So the Jew said, I make a good living. I make a good living. What he's talking and what answer you giving? So the heart, حُصِّلَ مَا فِي الصُّدُورِ. So number two, Rahmah. Allah was the epitome of Rahmah. Then Ambiya alayhimus salatu wassalam and the Salaah. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam was described as a very merciful person. Rahmatul lil alameen. وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ. So this was the sifat of Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَؤُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. Rahmah. Likewise other riwayat where Nabi alayhi salam said, Ya ayyuhan nas, innama ana rahmatun muhdatun. I am a embodiment of mercy and hidayat. Inni lam ub'ath la'anan wa innama bu'ithu rahmatan. So my purpose is not to make badwa, curse people, exile them to hell. I've been sent as a mercy. I've been sent as a mercy. Number three is Sahabah, or the epitome of Rahmah. Allah describes them. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. Even though they were needy, they preferred, they gave preference to others over their own needs. Umar bin Khattab radiyallahu an, Allah blessed him with Iman and Islam. Prior to Islam, what qualities did he have? After Islam, what qualities Allah had granted him? One day on the mimbar, on the day of Jum'ah, he cried profusely, and he could not hold the tears, and the tears were flowing from his eyes. One time he told Aslam, "Atanam al-layl, you sleep at night?" Qala na'am, yeah, need to sleep. Wallahi ma nimtu mundu thalath, 3 nights have passed and I haven't slept. So his fikr was for the fikr for the Ummah. So Sahabah were enveloped with this Rahmah. Ashidda'u 'ala al-kuffar ruhama'u baynahum. Amongst themselves, they were very compassionate. Even in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describing them, after that says, Tarahum ruk'an sujjada. Mufassirin have mentioned an interesting point, that even before an ibadah, a great ibadah like salat, Allah mentioned ruku and sajda to show that there is no goodness. La khayra fi unasin yarka'una wa yasjudun. Even though you make in salat, but when you leave the musalla, you make dhulam and you don't show compassion. So since this quality is in that person, they've stated, فَلَيْسَ عَلَى طَرِيقَةِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَأَصْحَابِهِ. They're not following the pattern of Janabi Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and the companions. لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا. Having mercy to the young and the elderly as well. So a person may be an abid, but we see nowadays a person supersedes the limits, where they usurp the wealth of others, they oppress them, they engaged in all forms of evil. Although they're in the masjid, they're in the musalla at the time of salat, but their lives are void of the sifat here. If you love the creation of Allah and you have the rahmah and mercy, you won't want any harm to come to any people of iman. وَأَحْسِنُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. So this sifat of benefiting the ummah, Allah's love is connected to that. Then number 4, for the ummah to be merciful. الْمُؤْمِنُ لَا يَكُونُ إِلَّا رَحِيمًا بِعِبَادِ اللَّهِ. A believer's qualities of seeking the welfare of the ummah, it is ingrained in him. يُحِبُّ لَهُمْ مَا يُحِبُّ لِنَفْسِهِ. Whatever he loves for himself, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. What you love for yourself, love for your fellow brothers. What you dislike it for others also. So this soft nature. Group of the ummah will go into Jannah. Their hearts are like birds. وَطَالَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْأَمَدُ فَقَسَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ. So when the hearts are hard, you don't seek the welfare, you don't seek goodness for the ummah. So a person needs to be checking what level of rahmah is there in me. So tarahum for your Muslim brother, one was for the Ummah generally, one is for believing إنما المؤمنون إخوة on the basis of Iman. ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة. Marhama, that's mercy. Even when somebody sneezes, فليقل الحمد لله, you said Alhamdulillah, what should your brother reply? يرحمك الله. May Allah bless you with mercy. So believers are concerned for each other. Then number 3, this collective worry and concern for the Ummah. We did individually, now collective. مثل المؤمنين في تواديهم وتراحمهم وتعاطفهم مثل الجسد. So again, amongst each other, with each other, to have this love, this Rahmah, this quality of concern. إذا اشتكى منه عضو, so any portion there's a deficiency, a pain, a flaw, you worry about it. الجماعة رحمة. يا أهل الشام الجماعة رحمة والفرقة عذاب. That if you are unified, it is a mercy, and if you are divided, it is an adhab. So unity, that's very important. So these are all sifat which as an ummah we need to be concerned and worry, are we inculcating this quality? So to draw this rahmah, تخلقوا بأخلاق الله. So much mercy in the Quran, you won't get enough, you'll feel the shortfall. Qari Muhammad Husain Ilahabadi was a student of Qari Abdul Rahman Mahadith Paramedic, was a great Hafiz of Quran and a Qari, and you had given the skill of reading the Quran with a beautiful tune and voice. And he used to perform Sabina for many years. Even Hazrat Maulana Abdul Hayy Laknawi would come and listen to him. So Qari Sahib at the end of his life stopped performing the Sabina. People came to complain, and he said that Quran will be enjoyable when it is not a burden. But I can't find any more listeners like that, so I've stopped it. And he said, once I was performing Sabina Salaah, when I recited 29 paras, juz ajsa, in the first rak'ah. Then I went into ruku, and then in the second rakat I made salam, completing the 30th juz. So in 2 rakats he made a khatam. Maulana Abdul Hayy Laknawi Rahmatullah alayhi was muqtadi behind him. And he told him, you spoiled my enjoyment. What stopped you from completing the entire Quran in the first rakat? Then you could have started another khatam in the second rakat. So Qari Sahib said, that was a listener. We had shock. Nowadays there is no interest and inclination. So what shock? 29 paras in 1 rak'ah, and you're telling them, why didn't you finish the Quran and then start next rakat? What's our condition in just a 1 para of Taraweeh? So Quran is mercy for those who can see the mercy. So we should make the Quran a mercy, make it a witness for us. Hafiz Sayyid Qurbaan Shah had wonderful sifat. He had memorized the Quran also, and he became ill at the end of his life. One day he was coughing out blood. He gathered his relatives. So it seems like my time is up. I want you to be a witness that I'm a Muslim. I have Iman and I am a Hafiz of the Quran. And he started from Surah Al-Fatiha. He ended at Surah An-Nas. When he completed, his ruh left him. His ruh left him. These were stalwarts and warriors of Islam that we can speak about and take pride about. The amal for today is to read the dua after adhan. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته. In some riwayat, إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. A person who reads this dua, حلت له الشفاعة يوم القيامة. Another riwayat, وجبت له شفاعة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم يوم القيامة. That Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam's intercession becomes necessary for him on the day of Qiyamah. So these are simple amal. Let's not deprive ourselves. The adhan is heard 5 times a day. Fortunate. May Allah give us tawfiq of making amal. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.